Built billions, lost it all. Imagine building an empire, skyscrapers, private islands, fortunes that seem untouchable. For a moment, the world is yours, but in a heartbeat it can all vanish. Castles abandoned, fortunes auctioned, legacies erased, dynasties destroyed by pride, ambition, or a single reckless decision. Founders blinded by their own vision, chasing glory until it all comes crashing down. 5 stories, 5 empires, each one a warning. From railroads and biotech to co-working spaces, oil booms and billion-dollar frauds, they had everything, until a single moment, a secret, or a mountain of debt took it all away. Watch closely, every fall follows the same deadly patterns. Chapter 1. Empire, heirs, and the slow disappearance of unimaginable wealth. Once, the richest family in America, led by Cornelius Vanderbilt, ruled it all. But as you'll see, wealth without discipline disappears faster than you think. The Vanderbilt family, from empire to empty pockets. Cornelius Vanderbilt began with a single ferry boat in New York Harbor, hustling passengers across the water. Through relentless ambition, he built a shipping empire, then turned to railroads, revolutionizing American transport. By the time he died in 1877, Vanderbilt's fortune was estimated at $100 million, more than the U.S. Treasury held at the time. But his heirs, like his son William, who doubled the fortune, and his grandchildren, lived for luxury. They built palatial mansions, hosted extravagant parties, and spent fortunes on art, horses, and yachts. Consuelo Vanderbilt, for example, became a duchess in England, her wedding costing a fortune. Others raced horses, collected jewels, or simply lived off trust funds. The family grew, dozens of heirs, each claiming a share. Little was reinvested. Lavish spending, endless lawsuits, and poor business decisions hollowed out the fortune. By the 1920s, Vanderbilt mansions were being sold off or demolished. The family's name faded from business, replaced by stories of squandered wealth. At a 1973 family reunion, not a single Vanderbilt was a millionaire. The empire had vanished, lost to time, excess, and a lack of discipline. Lesson: even the greatest fortunes can disappear if discipline and stewardship are lost. Elizabeth Holmes and Theranos, the $9 billion lie. In 2003, a 19-year-old Stanford dropout named Elizabeth Holmes founded Theranos, promising to revolutionize medicine. Holmes claimed her company could run hundreds of blood tests from a single drop. No needles, no pain, just a finger prick. The media crowned her the next Steve Jobs. Magazine covers, TV interviews, and tech conferences made Holmes a star. Investors, many of them powerful and famous, rushed to get in, driving Theranos' valuation to $9 billion. But behind the scenes, the technology was never proven. Engineers struggled, and secrecy ruled the labs. Whistleblowers and journalists began to ask questions. The Wall Street Journal published a bombshell expose. Suddenly the truth unraveled. Theranos' machines didn't work, patients were misdiagnosed, and the company collapsed overnight. Holmes and her partner faced criminal charges. Courtroom sketches replaced magazine covers. Investors lost everything. Holmes went from billionaire to bankrupt, her legacy forever tarnished. Lesson: hype, secrecy, and charisma can't replace real science, or the truth. Adam Neumann and WeWork. Growth without profitability. Adam Neumann dreamed of more than just office space. He envisioned a movement, a global community where work and life blended seamlessly. WeWork grew at breakneck speed. Offices opened in city after city, fueled by bold promises and even bolder spending. Neumann fostered a cult-like culture. Staff chanted slogans, partied in lavish style, and believed they were changing the world. Private jets, tequila-fueled retreats, and side ventures like wave pools and schools, Neumann spared no expense. By 2019, WeWork was valued at $47 billion. But behind the scenes, losses mounted and questions grew. The IPO filing revealed the truth. Massive losses, conflicts of interest, and a business model built on hope. Investors recoiled, the IPO collapsed. Neumann was forced out, walking away with a golden parachute as the company's value crashed. WeWork's empire shrank. Empty offices, layoffs, and shattered dreams remained. Lesson: growth without profit is a house of cards. Eventually it all comes crashing down. Eike Batista, Brazil's boom that failed. In the early 2000s, Brazil was booming, its economy fueled by oil, mining, and global optimism. Eike Batista emerged as the face of this new era, an ambitious entrepreneur promising to make Brazil a global powerhouse. He built a vast empire: oil, mining, energy, logistics, each company named with an X, symbolizing the multiplication of wealth. At his peak, Batista was worth over $30 billion. briefly the seventh richest person on Earth. His projects were grand. Massive oil fields, sprawling ports, and futuristic infrastructure. Investors worldwide rushed in. But the oil never flowed as promised. Projects stalled, debt piled up, tens of billions borrowed on hope. News reports swirled, corruption allegations, broken promises, and angry investors. By 2014, Batista's empire collapsed. His assets were seized, and he faced criminal charges in court. Once hailed as Brazil's greatest entrepreneur, Batista became a symbol of hubris and downfall. Lesson: overpromising, reckless debt, and ignoring reality can destroy even the mightiest fortunes. Alan Stanford, the fake banker. Alan Stanford started small, but dreamed big, building a banking empire that spanned continents. He courted celebrities, hosted lavish parties, and promised investors steady, unbelievable returns. Stanford's banks boasted over $8 billion in assets, drawing in clients from around the world. But behind the scenes, new deposits paid off old investors, a classic Ponzi scheme hidden by glossy brochures and fake statements. In 2009, the SEC launched an investigation, uncovering the fraud and freezing Stanford's assets. News of the collapse devastated thousands of victims, life savings gone overnight. Stanford was arrested, tried, and sentenced to 110 years in prison, his empire reduced to nothing. His story is a warning: even the grandest illusions eventually shatter. Lesson: fraud may dazzle for a while, but the truth always catches up. Closing. One lesson, many falls. Across every story, the same patterns echo: arrogance, unchecked ambition, secrecy, reckless debt, and fraud. These are the seeds of downfall, no matter the era or industry. Fortunes vanish when lessons are ignored, when discipline gives way to excess and caution is replaced by risk, but every collapse plants the seeds for something new. Wealth rises, falls, and rises again, each cycle a chance to learn, adapt, and build wiser. In the end, the greatest fortunes are built not just on ambition, but on wisdom earned from the failures of those who came before. The story of wealth is never truly over, it's always beginning again.